Coming up tonight on SUTV World News, a famous dolphin in Ireland has gone missing, and we take a look at the rise in domestic abuse due to the coronavirus lockdowns. All that and more right here on SUTV News. Ireland is now the first European Union country to return to a coronavirus lockdown, and several cities around the world are weighing heavier restrictions, including lockdowns and stay-at-home orders to try and slow the rate of infection. But for domestic abuse victims, staying at home with their abusers has its own dangers. CNN's Isa Soares has some of their stories.
I loved this man more than anything. And I left everything for him.
Away from her home in Morocco and beguiled by her new husband.
He made me fall in love with him slowly.
This 32-year-old woman, who prefers to remain anonymous, tells me her partner became a different man mid-pandemic.
He said to me, you have to bring 4,000 a month.
With the economy in a deep recession and a frustrated husband unable to work his usual job as a taxi driver, she says her life became his to control.
He hit me too many times. And the last time, he gave me 2 slaps that he damaged my face. I was losing my mind because you cannot trust anyone. If the person you give him all your life, he did these things. From here, life is finished.
She's one of 7 other women at this Iranian Kurdish women's refuge who left home during the pandemic, with many more waiting for a room and a guiding hand. The manager here tells me COVID-19 has proven to be the perfect storm.
They were intensely living together with the perpetrators. There was no time for them to breathe, no time to see friends, relatives, go out. Perpetrators has used their conceived control more authoritarian way.
According to Women's Aid April's survey, 78% of women living with abusers felt they could not leave or get away because of the pandemic. Those that do escape face further anxieties, with a backlog in the criminal justice system and limited access to support services or safe havens.
Everything definitely taking longer, more uncertainty, more insecurity.
This 40-year-old Iranian only recently managed to escape her husband of 4 years.
چطور تصمیم گرفتم بیام اینجا؟ وقتی که خیلی سخت بود برام زندگی با شوهرم.
Not even an attempted suicide that left her in the hospital cleared her path. She did eventually escape just days ago and now tells me the pandemic only made it worse.
بله، حتی وقتی که با هم بحث و دعوا می‌کردیم نمیتونستیم که یکیمون مثلا برای چند روز خونه یکی دیگه بره.
He was violent to you. Did he also sexually abuse you?
بله. نمیتونم بیشتر راجبش توضیح بدم چون الان دارم روانشناسمو میبینم.
Did the pandemic reveal the real man?
Yes.
Harrowing tales of intimate terrorism at an uncertain time of heightened isolation. Isa Soares, CNN, London.
The search is on for a missing dolphin in Ireland amidst the government's order to go into another national lockdown following more COVID-19 outbreaks. SUTV's Nolan Hoffman has the story.
A 4-day search has now been stood down for Ireland's beloved bottlenose dolphin who has not been seen in a week. Fungi, the dingle dolphin, has been missing from the Celtic country Kerry Coast in Ireland's southwest, where he has lived since 1983. Jimmy Flannery, the chairperson of Dingle Dolphin Boat Tours, told CNN his disappearance is, quote, totally out of character for him, and the most he has ever disappeared in the past was 4 or 5 hours, end of quote. Over the past 37 years, the wild marine mammal has become an Irish celebrity thanks to his love of people. Visitors would come from far and wide to take a boat into the small port town's harbor for a closer look. But now locals fear he is sick or may have died. While the official search may have come to an end, locals say they will continue to monitor for any sign of their Marine friend for a long time to come. With SUTV News, this is Nolan Huffman.
Mexico's National Guard says it has discovered a tunnel to the United States believed to be used for trafficking drugs and weapons. They found the tunnel located in the state of Sonora after noticing loose dirt over a wooden door. The tunnel is over 6 feet deep, according to a statement released Tuesday. Nearly 10 feet of the tunnel is in Mexican territory and another 23 feet on U.S. soil. The Mexican government did not specify where the tunnel leads to in the U.S., but an investigation is underway. Protesters are flooding the streets of Bogota, calling for a national strike against the government of Colombian President Ivan Duque. Protests from social movements along with student and worker organizations are blending together to address several grievances ranging from the murdering of civic leaders to rising inequality. A main point of contention is the shortcoming of the government's response to COVID-19, particularly towards the unemployed, informal workers, and marginalized groups. On Monday, a group of indigenous people from southwestern Colombia marched to Bolivar Square demanding a meeting with President Duque, but that has yet to be granted. And that's it for World News this week. I'm Adam Beam. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at SUTV News, and check out our website at sutvnews.org. We'll see you next week.